All right. We are live on YouTube. What's going on, YouTube? I am Mims. Welcome in. We're going to be talking about the Epstein files today. So, yeah. Yeah, we're going to be talking about the Epstein files today. Um, Release the files. Crystal! What's up, Crystal? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Santana! What's up, friend? How are you? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. School hardened comments JDT made. I don't know. I don't think we should be really taking advice for somebody who I think should be in hospice. But, you know, there's that. Did y'all see that weird thing that was thrown out of the White House window? I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. I think it's the Lincoln statue. There was a statue of Abraham Lincoln up there. And if you slow it down, it doesn't look like a garbage bag. Because it looks like you can see through it. I think it was a statue. Let's remind them that Donald Trump's teen pageant will live in... Yeah, so close to Epstein. That's super problematic. Trump admin hanging out for dear life with these files. I don't know why they would want to protect a pedophile. But, you know. Around these parts, we have tree trippers. Good morning. Very gross. Very gross. I'm actually live on YouTube. What's up, YouTube? We're going live on YouTube because TikTok is changing their guidelines September 14th or 15th or something, and I'm fucking cooked, y'all. I'm going to be cooked over on TikTok. Plus, did you know I can do this? Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Epstein. Fuck all the Republicans. Fuck all of y'all. And I won't catch a guideline on TikTok because I muted myself here, but all y'all could hear me over here on YouTube saying unfiltered memes. Epstein's buried very close to Mar-a-Lago. Is he really? I guess somebody didn't get the memo that over 30,000 files were released yesterday, LOL. The same ones that I already got years ago? Yeah. We've had those. We've had those. We've had some released. They've even been posted in the Discord for a long time. I want the unredacted version. You know, Republican, Democrat, high profile, low profile. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Release the files. Yeah. Please say Gulf of Mexico. Yeah. Or Gulf of Newsom. I heard somebody say, oh, we're going to have the Gulf of Newsom. I would say Gulf of Newsom over that other name that Dumpy Trump called it. Yeah, Gulf of Newsom. Absolutely. Y'all come on over to the YouTube side. It's fun over here. We have cookies. We got cookies over on the YouTube side. It don't matter who's on the fucking list. Release the list. Because I don't give a shit about high profile, low profile. I don't care about highborn, lowborn, whatever. If you're a pedophile, you need to be handled. Start cracking open motherfucking hard drives, man. there we go. Mystic, what up, friend? Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Wow, yeah. It's pretty wild. Y'all go follow me over on YouTube. We're gonna be fucking cooked over here on the TikTok side when they do their terms of service update. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing, Jesse? Yeah, we're gonna be so cooked over on the TikTok side. Plus, I can mute and say whatever I want over here on this side. Let's see. Follow on YouTube. I can't type today. Whoops. Hello, 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 Amber. What's up, friends? How are we? How are we? All right. Did y'all hear that Donald Trump said that the throwing whatever it was out of the White House second story window was AI generated content? Apparently that's AI generated content. Let's see. Donald Trump called CBS news anchor Margaret Brennan stupid and nasty, and chastised the network for what he deemed hostile coverage. Levitt echoed the statement, calling Brennan again stupid. Despite her religious persona. See, Trump announced plans to deploy National Guard troops to Chicago without coordinating with state authorities. Illinois Governor J.B. I can't pronounce his last name, excuse me, condemned the move as politically motivated, calling it a reality game show, warning it could provoke marginalized communities. Yep. Chicago's mayor also criticized lack of local input. Trump revealed the decision to move Space Command from Colorado to Alabama, openly stating that he opposed Colorado's mail-in voting. Oh, so he didn't like the mail-in voting, so he's just going to take shit away, huh? I gotcha. Yikes. Fucking yikes, man. Release the list. Trump claims without evidence that he's alive. What has Donald Trump done more for our country? Why did you say my country and not our country? Are you from here? That's weird. Very weird. Why did you say my country instead of our, like a collective country? Yeah, damn right, Dolly. Nothing. Not a damn thing. Not a goddamn thing. While we're over here on the YouTube side, I can actually speak my own mind. This dude's still running his wine fest. Well, I got you. You stupid motherfucker. Look at these idiots in the comments. Now we can just talk shit. Just us. I got TikTok muted. You stupid. You're fucking stupid. This guy's fucking stupid. He got so bad. Y'all, we had a thing. Yeah, I mute myself when I'm talking about the fucking stupids in the comments. I gotta mute myself here on TikTok so I don't catch a violation. But if you want to hear unfiltered memes, come on over this side. This is the YouTube side right here. You can go type in memes, and then underneath it, if you hit the button that says live to only display people that are live, only memes that's live right now. Whew. Unfiltered memes is pretty fun. It's weird that TikTok moderation is worse than YouTube. It's not. It's not. I wish those mods didn't get the silence. I know. I wish. Let's see. Let's go back in time a little bit. August 1st, Trump abruptly dismissed the Bureau of Labor Statistics commissioner. Accused her without evidence of rigging jobs and data to make him look bad. He labeled the numbers like a scam and asserted that they had been manipulated to aid opponents. Trump's actually intensified his attacks on media, suggesting that outlets such as CNN and MSNBC are engaged in illegal activities. Signed an executive order to cut federal funding for NPR and PBS. I think I know why he cut PBS. I think I know exactly why he cut PBS. Go follow me on YouTube real quick. I'm going to mute myself here on TikTok. So if you want to hear why Donald Trump cut PBS, you're going to have to follow me over on YouTube. He cut it because PBS made fun of Donald Trump. Yeah. He cut the funding because they made Oscar the Grunch. Wait. Oscar the Grouch. What did they make him? I don't remember what it was, but it was Donald Trump. It was absolutely Donald Trump. You can have a specific day and time to go live every day, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, North Kakalaki time. That's where I'm at. But 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now that I got YouTube back up and running, I should be going live here on YouTube and over here on TikTok. But I'm going to be going live on both simultaneously until I get completely booted off of TikTok, which I think is going to be pretty quick because, yeah, TikTok's going to be changing up their algorithm and their TOS, so everything's going to be a little bit different. What up, friends? Hello. Go follow me over on YouTube. I'm going to be talking over there and here simultaneously. Yo, what up, Bo? What's up, bro? How you doing? Good to see you. Tap that screen. What are you supposed to do on YouTube? Like the screen? Hit the heart button? I'm very new to YouTube, so please excuse my newbiness. Yeah. The cut to PBS was only 1%, and they demonstrated to be biased during the election. You're stupid. You're fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. You're fucking stupid. Sorry. We had a stupid in the comments. Hit that heart button, y'all. Sorry, I had to mute myself because I had to take care of one of these people. Good morning. How are y'all? Go follow me over on YouTube. We're migrating over there. TikTok's terms of service is going to fuck me all up when they're updating. If you go over to YouTube and you just type MIMS, and then below it, if you click live, that will filter out everything except for the people that are live. And I think I'm the only memes that's live right now. Got a fact check those liberals. Yeah? TT Sucks 25. I guess that's TikTok Sucks 2025. Very original. Release the files. Release the list. It's wild. What's really wild is these motherfuckers will talk about law and order while voting for a felon. Vote for a felon. Vote for a fucking pedophile. Y'all are gonna vote for a fucking pedophile? You stupid motherfuckers. Yeah, not the liberals. Wild, man. Don't be a fucking bigot. I don't know what I am. What would y'all classify me as? Like, legitimately. Like, people are like, oh, you're a leftist, Mims. You're a liberal, Mims. You're a Democrat, Mims. You're all this stuff, Mims. Fuck the Democrats. I was raised a Democrat. And I watched them stand idly by, not doing anything really horrible, but watching horrible things occur and not do anything about it. So I guess by proxy, that is doing stuff horrible. Watching the Republicans doing horrible things. Yeah, something like that, yeah. Leftist liberals don't typically wear American flag hats. Well, I got this when I was doing my canine training, so. I know a lot of leftists and liberals that wave the American flag, but also practice their freedom of speech, which is burning the American flag. It's our freedom to burn an American flag. If our president can fuck kids, I can burn a flag. Welcome to Unfiltered Mims on YouTube. I told y'all Mims on YouTube was unfiltered. But, you know, I'll say it again. If our president can fuck kids, I can burn a goddamn flag. Hold all predators accountable. Shit. What up, friends? Welcome, welcome. Why is it then if somebody burns the pride flag, it's hate speech? Is it though? It's your freedom to burn anything you want as long as it's not destruction of other people's property. Right? It's protected, man. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. It's very simple. It's very simple. Why do they not get that? Yeah, because I'll tell you why. MAGA doesn't understand it because they're too stupid to understand it. They're literally too stupid to understand it. So, that's why I don't argue with MAGA. Because, I'm going to mute myself on TikTok on that one. Because we are superior to MAGA. We can educate them, but they're fucking stupid. There are some people that are just too far gone, though. Yeah, I mute myself on here so I don't get violations. If you want to hear raw, unfiltered memes, come on over to this side. This is the YouTube side. What up? What up, friends? What up, what up, what up? We need to release the files. And these MAGA potatoes are over here going, well, why didn't you release it when Biden was in charge? I don't know. Because everybody that's in the files are in the fucking government and they're blocking it all. Release the goddamn files. Unfiltered memes on YouTube. I go mute on here on purpose. Yes, and that way I can go, MAGA. Fuck you. Fuck you. You all voted for this? This is all on you. Yeah, it's on Trump too. But if you voted for this, you're part of the fucking problem too. Files are sealed because of the Maxwell trial. Wild, man. Wild. Y'all tap that screen, hit that heart button over on YouTube world. There are no files? No files? Is that why there was smoke coming out of that postal office right near the White House, huh? What if the files were friends we made along the way? Then the friends that you made along the way, which we're talking about pedophiles, by the way. I don't make friends with pedophiles. Maybe you do. But if you made friends with pedophiles along the way, well, y'all can just be handcuffed together when we find the tree chipper. Eek! What up, friend? Hello, hello. You're 39 again, bitch. What? Shit. Yep, that part, Amber. If the files don't exist, why was this whole fucking campaign on lowering gas, eggs, and releasing the Epstein files? MAGA keeps saying Maxwell testimony confirms Trump's innocence. Yeah, well, that's because MAGA is fucking stupid. MAGA is fucking stupid. If you're friends with a pedophile, that means, in my book, you're okay with that. Why are you making friends with pedophiles? I just need a wood chipper with googly eyes on it. That's all I need. They literally voted on it if it was going to be released, and the Republicans voted against it. Yep. You didn't hear what I said, but I noticed that is true. That's the beauty of being able to mute it. Yeah, everyone's fucking book is wrong. It's wrong. Maybe we should raise the age of consent to 25. How about that? Raise the age of consent in America or globally to 25. You know, it's a really fun game, actually kind of a gross game, but if you say raise the age of consent to 25 and people get mad, check their goddamn hard drives. I said what I said. She got sent to a better prison? A better prison? Why is that a better prison? They are scared, yeah. Minimal security versus high security. Yeah, how's that a better prison? You missed me. I'm back. I was in dad mode, but, you know, we hitting the ground running. 18-year-olds and still in fucking high school. 18-year-olds are still in fucking high school. What was that? I can't talk about this on TikTok. Y'all go follow me over on YouTube. Type in Mims, and then underneath it, click the live button. And it'll filter everybody that's live. And if you type my name in there, I'm the only one that's on. Can I stay back? I'm back until summertime, friend. I'm back until summertime. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, North Kakalaki time here and over on YouTube. I'll be going live. Yeah. A week after your 18th. Yeah. Yep. What was that? There was an influencer. I'm going to use that term lightly. She was under the age of 18. And when she turned 18, she immediately posted OnlyFans. She made millions. She made millions. Ain't no way those photos were taken when she was 18. every single person that took those fucking photos needs to have their hard drives checked. I'm back. Yeah, I'm going live on YouTube. I'm filtering myself on here so I don't catch a violation. But if you want to hear unfiltered memes, unfiltered, unbridled memes, come follow me over on YouTube. It's more fun over there too. Here for the uncensored. What up, John? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Is the audio any better over here? Yeah, I keep muting myself so y'all can go over here and I can talk freely, a little more freely. Well, you want to see Maple? You want to say hey to Maple? Here, puppers. Yeah, same name on YouTube. If you type in Mims, M-I-M-S, and then you click the button that filters live only. I'm the only one live right now. Maple. Uppies. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's the scary one. Audio fine, yeah. Hey, welcome from TikTok. What's up, friends? How are y'all? Boink. It's a bad dog. Don't let everyone see your face. Yeah. Mwah. Good morning. Yo, we got 12 people over on YouTube. What's up, friends? Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. Good to see you, Kat. How are you? Everybody, please follow everybody else in the comments, too. That's how we grow. That's how we grow. If y'all see each other in the comments, y'all see us fighting the same fight. If y'all see us getting the same bruises that we getting, add each other as a friend. Hit that follow button. We need to grow ourselves. We got 20 people in here. We got 10 people over on YouTube. Let's follow each other. Yeah, she's so good. She's so sweet like Mabel, yeah. Yo! I can't type today. Let's do it. Bat Maples. Found me. Uh-oh. Found me. Need my keyboard. Is it too loud? Oh, no. I know. People are sick. People are fucking crazy. You need my keyboard. Is it not too loud? I love my keyboard. Elderberry tea can't cure MAGA sickness. That's fucking right. That's fucking right. Yup. You like the clicking? Okay. Hey! Are you watching in two places at the same time, Green? Aw, thank you for the hearts, man. Thank you. That's so sweet. Check my message in Discord. I got you. Ooh, okay. I got some files to send to you too. Similar. Good shit, man. Still redacted though. Whoo! Yeah, I'll keep it under my hat. Let me send you the ones that I got. Mm. All right, I'll send that to you. Eek! What up, what up, what up? Can't watch you on both. Oh, it pauses. Yeah. All right, let me... If my computer will stop messing up. Sorry, y'all. Here are the ones that I got. And check yours. The sound is louder here, but you want to hear them? I hear you. Spruce tea. I don't know about spruce tea. Yep, they're supposed to have a hearing today. The victim is supposed to have a hearing today. Hello, Rawl. How are y'all? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Your kids stole your account, so they rename it often. I hear you on that one, too. You need another device. Well, I mean, I really wish I could be unfiltered, unbridled memes back over on TikTok. Now, those were the fun days. Those were the fun days. You know, when we could just say, fuck you, MAGA. You're fucking stupid. And not get violations. Fuck you, MAGA. You're stupid. I miss those days, man. Those were the times. What up, Gray? How are you? We're live over on YouTube and here on TikTok. Trying to get everybody over on the YouTube side. We got the terms of service being updated here on TikTok in a handful of days. And I'm going to be cooked, I think. That sounds good. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, go follow me on YouTube. Thank you. Easiest way is typing in MIMS, and then underneath it, if you click the live button, it'll only filter out the people that are currently live. And I think I'm the only Mims that's live right now. So think he had tea to spill. I thought so too. And then I thought so too. I make some really good elderberry tea though. I make some really good elderberry tea. Now you have to make sure you cook the elderberries properly, because if you don't, it can kill you. So cook your elderberries properly, fully, and find the tried and true methods and cook it through and through. We ended up making elderberry tea. We made elderberry syrup, and then I took the elderberry mash that we used for the syrup and I dried it out, and I can make tea with it. And then after the elderberry is ready, I actually made some ice cream with it. So I actually had elderberry ice cream, and it was fucking great. Hello, how are you? How's your mask? You're looking for hairy Mims? Yeah. Elderberry syrup later today. I still have 2 pints left of elderberry syrup from like a month ago. I made too much of it over the summer, and I forgot. My kid's not in school, so he's not like, Dad, I'm feeling a little weird. I don't know if it's a placebo effect or not. Oh, nice. Working on commissions. Hell yeah. Elderberry tea can be deadly good. Yep. Sure can. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Release the Epstein files on YouTube. They really won't. They really won't. They really won't believe. I don't think they're going to believe the survivors right now. I don't know. It's all bad. I don't know who that is. Nope. Cider donuts. Ooh. I was going through, I walked past people speaking in tongues. Welcome to North Carolina. It's people speaking in tongues in the parking lot of Harris Teeter. And I saw that they already have Christmas shit out. I don't know. Ooh, it's a liqueur made with elderberry. That's cool. Yeah, calling it now. Yep. First sign of fall. When I see, when I see those, the cinnamon brooms or whatever they have at the doors that smell like cinnamon and whatever, that's how I know. At this point, releasing the files will happen at the same time as lowering rent, groceries. Not happening. Yep. But we need to keep pushing. Pedophiles should never hold office. I'm going to go on mute on TikTok. There's a lot of people that need wood chippers. There's a lot of people that need wood chippers, man. Crystal staying ahead against the "you're muted" comments. Mims, did you know you're muted? Santana, did you get the files I sent you? Yeah. I mean, it's, yeah. I know. Trying your best. Just keep it in your paste option. Just copy and just hit paste, send. Paste, send. That's what I'd do. All right, I'm going to thumb through some more of this stuff here. That's what I'm doing too. Yeah. Yes, the music festivals around the country are fantastic. They're very fantastic. Christmas decor comes out earlier every year. Yep. I don't know what made me think of this, but have y'all seen? Wait, I gotta mute. I gotta mute on TikTok. Good. Did y'all see that video of a very Christian woman who was very excited about going into Adam and Eve's as a Christian bookstore? Adam and Eve is not a Christian bookstore. Just saying. Crazy neighbor needs a wood chipper. She doesn't appreciate your fuck Donald Trump hat. Yeah. Yep. So ever since they took away Roe versus Wade, I took the American flag down. But I'm still pretty proud of my state, even though we're a Republican state. I think Donald Trump stole the election, and I think that we all voted for Harris. Ain't no way he won North Carolina. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. There's no support. We don't like him here. There's a few that do. It was fucking stolen from us. So I've been having, I don't know, man. I miss rallying for something. Rallying for Turtle Island, rallying for, I don't know, for the people. So I put the North Carolina state flag up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm over on YouTube. If I mute here, I can say this to all MAGA supporters. Fuck you. Fuck you. I think y'all heard me. I know y'all heard me. But I can be completely unfiltered over here. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Do you really think that hurts our feelings, Cupcake? Semper Fi! You weren't even in the military, Semper Fi. You weren't even in the military. What's your MOS? I'm calling Stolen Valor right now. I'm calling Stolen Valor right now. You ain't even American. You're just a fucking... Oh, I could kind of say that on YouTube. I can basically say whatever the fuck I want to this bit. You really think that hurts our feelings, Cupcake? Is that all you got? Is that all you got? TikTok and on here. Fuck yeah. Welcome in, friends. Welcome in. Y'all tap that heart. Tap that heart. I think it's like... Is the heart right here for y'all? Somewhere over here? Weren't the voting machines linked to Starlink? They did use Starlink for our voting, didn't they? Semper Fi, why are you following young girls? Yikes. Oh yeah, I got that one too. But that is not proof of anything. That's just a little black book. Yeah. That was posted in the Discord a little while ago. But yeah, good find. I thought that's what one of the ones that I sent was. Was it not? Anyway. Tabulation. I noticed that the satellites were destroyed immediately afterwards. You notice that? Oh, they fell out of orbit. Did they? Did they? Yep. Sure could have. Sure could have. All right, let's see. All right, let's upload these. Look at Semperfied 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 following. Oh no. All right, let's do a little bit of digging. Dude, you got some weird people you're following, man. And by weird, I mean younger than your level, buddy. Somebody needs to check your hard drive. Yikes. Yeah, okay. Hey, look at you! Look at you! You're not a fucking veteran. You're a goddamn coward. Silly little bastard. If you want to hear what I'm really saying about that bigot, come join me on YouTube. If anyone wants a flurry of the files I got on Epstein, let me know. I'll DM them to you. Yeah. Yikes. You are the true explanation on why gerbils eat their young. Not even to deny it. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. Not even denying it, man. All right, so who's on the Epstein list? Who do you think is on the Epstein list? What's the number one clientele you think is on the Epstein list? I think the number one guy is Trump. Number two, who would number two be? Aside from Epstein. Love when they assume my channel. Yeah, it's a Democrat channel. Yeah, I do too. It really makes me laugh when y'all come in here thinking I'm a Dem. Nope. Nope. Trump and Clinton. Yep. Man, y'all in here saying hateful stuff. I keep getting messages saying that things are filtered. Woof. Other foreign leaders. What foreign leaders do you think are on the Epstein list? Prince Charles. Young Charles. Ooh, Alec Baldwin. Lil Poot Poot. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Rich and powerful people. People that think that they're above the law, huh? Fuck Trump. Fuck Clinton. Both the same. Both the difference between MAGA and eyes that could say this and not be heartbroken. Yeah. Absolutely. Going for low-hanging fruit. Lil Poot Poot? You think Lil Putin? What other foreign dignitaries do you think are on the Epstein list? Oh yeah. Yep, all those. A lot of rich unknowns. Well, they're going to be exposed. I don't even know who that is. Santana. Matt. We know Matt's in there. Charles III. You're from a kid show? Oh. Saudi royalty. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of people. A lot of people. I feel like this camera is a little more dull. Oh, maybe it's a window. Oh, is my window making everything great? I just need to block the window, huh? There. That's a little better. Yeah. I don't really have any I don't really have any celebrities that I would be heartbroken over that are on the list because, you know, if you touch kids, if you touch anybody without consent, fuck you. I mean, plain and simple. I don't know how else to put it. If you touch people without consent, you're the fucking problem, and maybe you shouldn't have hands. You can't keep your hands in control of themselves? Well, you don't get to have hands then. Just, it's very simple. Don't be an asshole. Excuse me. All right, let's run these through here. Let's see here. Tar and feather. We need to bring back shame. Public shame. Like nationwide public shaming. You shouldn't shame anyone. It might hurt their feelings. Well, they touched somebody without their permission, even after they were told to not. So, you know, maybe we removed that body part that touched somebody else that shouldn't have. We need to make an example of people, but since we're not making an example of pedophiles, then it's allowing them to exist. Just like racists and bigots. The act of not pushing back is allowing them to be worse and worse and worse. Go follow me over on YouTube. I'm muting myself here on TikTok so I don't catch violations. Yeah, it was supposed to be, or yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, fuck their feelings. Shame and then tar and feather. Yeah. What did they do to, what did they do to Cersei Lannister? Something like that. Something like that. Heading over to YouTube. Much love, much love. Good to see you, Eric. Well, YouTube, where are we watching from? Just out of curiosity, I'm in North Carolina, North Kakalaki, East Coast, USA. Hey, y'all want to hear a bad joke? I got a really bad joke that I think I could say on YouTube. You want to push the algorithm on YouTube and see how far we can go? I got a really bad joke. All right. I'm going to mute myself over on TikTok if you want to hear the really bad joke. Yeah, Illinois. Yep. Pittsburgh. Nice. Florida. Oof. Are Florida businesses really hurting down there? I heard that Florida businesses were really hurting. Ain't nobody wanting to go down there. Just putting the sin in Wisconsin. Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm down with that. Hey, good to see you. Ooh, sorry, hit my mic. All right, y'all want to hear a really bad joke? Y'all want to have a really bad joke? It's really bad. Now, I'm not going to take credit for it. A lot of businesses keep closing in your city. Wow. Hey, good to see all y'all on here. We got 16 people over on YouTube. Let's fucking go, baby. Yeah, we are almost more on YouTube than on TikTok. What the fuck? Little happy dance. Nobody said that they want to hear a bad joke, so I'm going to wait until somebody wants to hear a bad joke. Chuck, what up? We're all over on YouTube. We're migrating, man. We're migrating. They're in the dirt. You look like you have an amazing barbecue rib recipe. I do. I really do. Yeah, they're doing the upgrade of their terms of service, and I'm going to be fucking cooked. So, Kansas about to get hit hard. Why? Hit hard with what? Y'all tap that screen, hit that heart, please. And hit that subscribe button. Please like the video, too. I'm new on YouTube, so every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. Please tell a joke. Are you sure? It's a bad joke. It's a bad joke. Are you sure? Do you boil your ribs and then put them on the smoker grill? What I usually do is I'll envelope them in, so I'll season them and I'll wrap them up, and then I'll envelope them in aluminum foil. Then I put them in the oven for, depending on how much time I have, about six hours at 180. And then I'll pull the foil off. I'll blot it dry, drain all the juice out. Add a little more rub because sometimes it kind of gets cooked out. And then I'll put some barbecue sauce on it, and I'll cook it at around 400. 425. I'll cook for 30 minutes, well, 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how it looks. Then I'll add another layer of the sauce on the outside, and cook it for another 30 to 45 minutes. And then when it's done, then I'll do a broil at 475 or 450, depending on how it looks, for 5 minutes or less, just to get that real good caramelizing of the crust. And you're good. You're good. Okay, here comes the joke. We got 20 people on... We got more people on YouTube than we do on TikTok? What the fuck is happening today, y'all? Okay, this is a bad joke. I did not come up with it. Don't come for me, okay? But, here it is. Why does Donald Trump like being on the Epstein list? Because the tiny hands makes his dick look big. I told y'all it was a bad joke. Don't come for me. I told y'all it was a bad joke. I can hear the groans. Woo! I warned y'all it was a bad joke. You're double dipping on TikTok and YouTube. I told y'all it was a bad joke. I told y'all it was a bad joke. It's based on facts. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You read lips and wanted to see if you could read what I was saying. I'll face the camera next time. Yeah. I told y'all it was bad. Y'all, please like this video. Hit that little heart button. Hit that little thumbs up button, please. Over on YouTube, it sends it out to to more people. I got some other bad jokes too, but they're not like that one. It was diabolical. Butcher paper is so much better. Not for cooking in the oven though. I usually do aluminum foil while I'm cooking in the oven. I do butcher paper when I'm wrapping it and seasoning it, and letting it sort of sit and marinate. So I'll do butcher paper, vacuum seal up, throw it in the fridge for a few days. Then I pull it out, envelope it in aluminum foil, and then I'll throw it in the on the grill or in the oven. We only have 4 likes. I have 0 likes. All right. I'm gonna keep scanning these. Will that go? Okay, that went too. You see 10 now. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I haven't refreshed the screen, so it's probably still at 0. Well, that's a bad joke. I told you it was a bad joke. I told y'all it was a bad joke. I warned you. Get to tapping, folks. All right, let's see. Why can I not upload that one? It's the redacted one? That's weird. Let's see. Governor DeSantis signed HB 117 on July 1st, 2024, explicitly described as the Epstein grand jury bill. He stated, "The public deserves to know who participated in the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking. Nobody should be protected from facing justice due to their wealth or status, and those who harm children should be exposed and punished to the fullest extent of the law." Governor DeSantis, July 1st, 2024. Good thing you hit like right before the joke. Oh no, all my likes went away and it's all thumbs down now. Yeah, I don't blame you on that one. I don't blame you on that one. I wonder how he's feeling about the files these days. Is DeSantis still wanting the files to be exposed? Or is he now still gucking Trump? And why can't I upload that one? That's fucking weird. That's a little weird. What? Oh, there we go. All right, let's see if I can save that one. Please work. Verdict is... Hey! It worked! Okay. Ah, my damn keyboard. My T key is pushing out 2 T's sometimes when I click it. So I gotta go back and delete one key once in a while. What a pain in the ass. Oof. Tappity tappity. Guck guck. I think guck gucking for Trump pretty hard, huh? Start with Matt, yeah. I know, I'm surprised after that joke too, yeah. Well, what is your favorite joke that y'all like to tell? You like the keyboard sound? Can y'all hear it? Is it loud? Hope it's not crazy loud. Tap the screen like you're... Crystal? Tap that screen like you're flicking the bean. Why'd that rhyme? Crystal, why did that rhyme? Bro. Gray contraption on the top. That one? That's my, Fallout. It's Fallout. Similar to that one, but that one's actually a 3D printed flat one. That one's one you can actually wear. That's funny. Y'all are wild. Yeah, I'm happy to find you here too. I don't know what's going on with my chat. There we go. Whatever, y'all love me. Of course we do. Of course. Your favorite joke? Is how to catch a polar bear. How do you catch a polar bear? Fallout. They have a new Netflix show. That's actually the helmet to one of the power armor suits. All 3D printed. Man, I think I have 4 AI programs running at the same time. Nope, 5. Oh boy. Your husband's got you a helmet for your wedding anniversary? What, like a bicycle helmet or a Fallout helmet? Like a real Fallout helmet? Because I'm gonna be super mad I didn't get a Fallout helmet for my wedding anniversary. Wife? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm not quite done with that Fallout helmet. Y'all saw this one. Alright, that one up there. Yeah. I'm not quite done with that. I have some old wires I want to stick in there and make it look kind of Fallout-y. Too long to type out. I hear you. I hear you. You got talk to text. Have you never heard of Fallout? How have you never heard of Fallout? I even have a Fallout blaster I 3D printed. Oh, you got the H2S. Very cool. I have the A1 and the A1 Mini. They're great. They're great. I wasn't huge on the H2S, but it's very exciting to get new printers. This fucking algorithm, this program is taking forever. Ah. Okay. You replace my T key, damn it. Oh, thank God. Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah, same. I watched the whole thing. X is finally leaving today. Good fucking riddance. Good fucking riddance. I think I could say it over here on YouTube. Crystal's X. Ooh, don't let me catch you. Don't let me catch you. Fuck yeah. So much love. So much love. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, we need evidence checklist. I think I gotta mute myself over here on. I gotta mute myself over here on this one. I really think that Epstein also had something to do with the 2016 election. I really do believe that too. I think he had influence on it. Still recovering from the small hands joke. Yep. I got a really bad joke, too. I got another one, too. Not like that, but just as bad. In what way? Dark, dry humor about life and death kind of way. I also have some religious trauma jokes. Y'all are still scarred from my other joke. Oh no. Sorry. Do y'all know Epstein's island's name? It's not a joke. The island that Epstein owned actually had a name. Nope. Nope. Not that way, Laura. Not that way. Good. Good, Crystal. You want to hear my bad joke? Join me over on YouTube. What has 4 legs but doesn't walk? Yep. Little St. James. Ugh, that's the island name. Little St. James. What has 4 legs but doesn't walk? In what way do you think Epstein was involved in 2016? I'll tell you after my joke. A dead dog. I told you it was a bad joke. Don't come for me. Love y'all. I got bad jokes. Well. All right. Well, that's still running. I know. I told you it was a bad joke. Really bad joke. Good morning, Star. How are you? I'm live on YouTube. Oh, it doesn't metabolize it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not really a big alcohol drinker these days. These days, I'm more of a broccoli partaker. If you know what I mean. Good to see you, Star. So good to see you. Yeah. I thought this was going to be a little quicker. This is apparently taking forever. Y'all want to hear another bad joke? It's a religious joke. It's bad, though. It's really bad. Yeah. I'd so much rather partake like that. Star! What up, friend? Hello, hello. The only downside about YouTube is that we can't have music. I kind of like having the music. But damn, man, this thing's only a quarter of the way done. That's what's big and yellow and looks like a bus. A bus? A bus? Is it a bus? I think I need to do something with that window. You got both streams up. I can't promise a wild Roman won't appear in your comments. Yep, we love wild Romans. This is all fuckered up over here. What is happening? OBS, what are you doing, man? All right, man. Well, it is 10:30. I'm going to be on for another about 40 minutes or so, and then I'm going to call it for the day. We have, let's see, when are the Epstein victims talking? Epstein victims set to break silence amid bipartisan push to release the files. People are going to be outraged. Not as I'm not going to be as surprised as y'all think I'm going to be surprised. There's going to be a bunch of people. A bunch of people on that list. And all need to be held accountable. All of them. Every single one of them. People are going to be outraged, says Fox Entertainment. People are going to be outraged. Then we got this. I got to mute myself on TikTok. Then we got this giant orange butt plug wearing Trump was right about everything hat. What a fucking chud. What a fucking potato. What a fucking potato. Trump was right about everything. You stupid in hospice bitch. I'm over him. I'm so fucking over this giant orange turd. Giant orange fucking butt plug. Stupid fuck. Okay, I got that out of my system. You think you're gonna say names today? I fucking hope so. I fucking hope so. Live on TV. Trump, Bill Clinton, everybody else. Drop fucking names. You like gladiator movies? Yeah, kind of. I hope they drop all the names live on TV. All. Fuck yeah. Some MAGA supporters are calling for Attorney General Pam Bondi to be fired. Yeah? Y'all voted against that. Y'all voted to keep... I gotta mute. Go follow me on YouTube. I'm being wild and unbridled. These motherfuckers voted to keep pedophiles safe. Y'all voted to keep pedophiles safe? Y'all voted to keep pedophiles safe. Republicans are the party of pedophile. Y'all are the pedophiliacs. And y'all should all get dragged to a goddamn tree chipper. Every single fucking pedophile needs to meet a tree chipper right the fuck now after they get publicly shamed and exposed in front of every fucking buddy. Every fucking buddy. Drawn and quartered. Maybe act like a tube of toothpaste with a steamroller. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. It's just got to be from the feet up. I don't care. Shotguns from the feet up, all the way up. Boom, 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 boom. Done with one. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe do it slower. I don't give a fuck. Stop fucking touching people without their fucking permission. It's not hard. It's not a hard concept. No means fucking no. No means no. It's very simple. Yeah, they probably won't be. GOP stands for the Guardians of Pedophiles. Yep. Seems like it. Sure seems like it. Josh Jones! What up, friend? Hello, hello. I'm over on YouTube, too. Needs to be drawn and quartered. All those people. All right, let's see how this is running. Are we done yet? No. Jesus. Deep dive. Okay. Outdo the original Vladimir. Yeah, that's cool. I haven't seen the other one. Guess who's standing up with the victims? Not Marjorie Taylor Greene. All right, I gotta pause. The fucking pipe bomber? Was she not the fucking pipe bomber? Continuation with his son. Oh, that's cool. That makes me ick, John. That makes me ick. Ick. Mm-hmm. No means no, and it's a full, complete sentence. You're right. All right. Jeffrey Epstein's private island, Little St. James, gained infamy in a central location in his internal sex trafficking ring. Situated in the U.S. Virgin Islands, the 75-acre tropical estate dubbed Pedophile Island by the locals, where Epstein allegedly trafficked and abused numerous underage girls for years. Fucking yikes. A lot of this is hard to hear. I'm going to pause. He purchased the island in 1998 for around $7.95 million. After acquiring it, he undertook extensive development, erecting a luxurious mansion compound, guest cottages, private docks, helipads, and other facilities to transform the island into his personal retreat. Can't read that out loud. Epstein and his associates could avoid detection of their illicit and illegal activity and prevent these young... I have to pause that. Being trapped on the island leaves... They were shuttled to the island on private planes, helicopters, or boats. According to prosecutors, some girls were as young as 12 years old. Tell me why Republicans want to drop the age to 14. Why do Republicans want to drop the age to 14? Yikes. Can't read all that. I can't read a lot of this. I'm going to post it in the Discord so y'all can read it if you want to read it. But trigger warning, it's about Pedophile Island. Ooh, Santana, are you still on? I have a full breakdown if you want it. You want it too, Amber? Trigger warning, trigger warning. Okay, sent. All right. I don't know. All right, who else wants this? Roman's Wild Day. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Of course, careful. It's a tough read, y'all. All right, sent that to you too, Crystal. Anybody else? Oh Lord, Crystal. Oh boy. All right. Well, I think that's all I can read on that there. But it also has links to the sources. I got a better one. There, that's a better one. Crystal and Amber, I got a better one. There you go. It'll be a little easier to read, but I'm going to leave the other one up there too, just in case. Okay. Rocket, are we friends on... Are we friends on... I think we're friends on Discord, right? I gotta find you. Yeah, same here, Gray. Yeah, same here. On Discord. Not at all, huh? That's funny. Not on Discord. I can send it to you via email if you want. But you're going to have to publicly tell me your email or send me a PM of it. Either way. Press conference is happening right now. The fact that I can't mute ads anymore on YouTube really pisses me off. Really pisses me off.
Accountability is what makes a society civilized. Equal opportunity and equal consequence for all. Consequences are not about punishment alone. They exist to deter future harm, to protect vulnerable, and to set a standard of justice. If Ghislaine Maxwell were pardoned, it would undermine all the sacrifices I made to testify and make mockery of mine and all survivors' suffering. That is why the Epstein Files Transparency Act is so essential. It requires the Department of Justice release all the records related to Epstein and Maxwell investigations, flight logs, immunity deals, internal communications, and even the records surrounding Epstein's detention and death. And crucially, it forbids withholding documents simply because of embarrassment, reputational harm, or political sensitivity. This is about ending secrecy wherever abuse of power takes root. But transparency alone is not enough. Survivors need protection, resources, and legal support. If this Congress is serious about justice, then let this moment also affirm your commitment to provide victims with the legal aid they need to confront abusers, to navigate complex systems, and to reclaim their power. Transparency must be matched by support, or else too many victims will remain silent out of fear and lack of access. The statistics demand action. Nearly 1 in 5 women in America will experience rape or attempted rape in her lifetime. Every 74 seconds, someone is sexually assaulted. Every 9 minutes, that person is a child. These are not numbers, they are people. They are your daughters, your sons, your constituents, your friends. Statistically, 1 in 5 of your families will face this nightmare. The days of sweeping this under the rug are over. We, the survivors, say no more. I want to help create a world where survivors of sexual abuse and abuse of power can come forward safely. And I ask Congress to join me in that effort, not only by passing this bill, but by ensuring that those who step forward have legal support to face their abusers and see justice done. When Judge Berman gave Epstein survivors the chance to finally speak, the world listened. After so many years, survivors were heard. That moment was historic, and so is this moment. For me, the turning point was when I had my daughter, and on the day she was born, I knew I had a responsibility to protect her and to protect all children. I have to use my voice, the voice that had been silenced by fear and shame for so many years. Make no mistake, my polished exterior is a shield hiding a wound that still bleeds. But through this wound, I have found purpose. To be part of lasting change in how we confront exploitation and abuse. And to be clear, the only motive for opposing this bill would be to conceal wrongdoing. You have a choice. Stand with the truth, or with the lies that have protected predators for decades. I am no longer weak. I am no longer powerless. And I'm no longer alone. And with your vote, neither will the next generation be. President Trump, you have so much influence and power in this situation. Please use that influence and power to help us. Because we need it now, and this country needs it now. Thank you.
It's so rude, the guy with the megaphone. You need to shut the fuck up.
16 years old when I was flown to New Mexico to spend a weekend with Epstein and Maxwell. That same year, 1996, my sister, Maria Farmer, reported what happened to me there, along with reporting her own assault at their hands and their theft of sensitive photos of herself, of me, and our younger sister that she had taken for her work as a figurative painter. I am now 46 years old. 30 years later, we still do not know why that report wasn't properly investigated, or why Epstein and his associates were allowed to harm hundreds, if not thousands, of other girls and young women. We have never been told whether those images were found when they discovered a large amount of child sexual abuse material on his property. As a psychologist, I understand that when the systems meant to protect us recreate the abuse cycle, the betrayal that occurs can be just as damaging as the original trauma. This happens when survivors of these crimes are not believed, when our well-being is not weighed as heavily as those who have more resources or more privilege, and when perpetrators of these crimes are given a platform rather than the survivors of them. For so many years, it felt like Epstein's criminal behavior was an open secret. Not only did many others participate in the abuse, it is clear that many were aware of his interest in girls and very young women and chose to look the other way because it benefited them to do so. They wanted access to his circle and his money. Their choice to align with his power left those of us who had been harmed by this man and his associates feeling very isolated. I could never have imagined being here today and this chorus of support that we have all received. I have been sent so many notes and messages from people with no direct connection to this case who've expressed their solidarity with us. And I believe that is because, in part, as Anushka explained so well, this is an extremely widespread issue of child sexual abuse, of sexual exploitation, of sexual violence. This affects almost every family in some way. From my conversations with women in these last few days, and from all of the support that we've received, it's very clear to me that we are not going away, and we are not going to be quiet, and we are not going to give up. And I ask the American public to stand with us and not give up. At a time with record high levels of distrust in our institutions and a perception that there are two Americas, one for those with power and privilege, and one for everyone else, passing this Epstein transparency bill is one important step that can be taken to prove to Americans that the government does not side with sexual perpetrators. A thorough public review of this information is an important step in preventing the type of systemic failures that have occurred in this case and harmed all of us. An important step towards healing for those involved. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I'd like to say thank you everyone for being here today on this very powerful and special day for all of us here. My name is Marina Lacerda. I was minor victim 1 in federal indictment of Jeffrey Epstein in New York in 2019. I was one of dozens of girls that I personally know who were forced into Jeffrey's mansion on 9 East 71 Street in New York City when we were just kids. Today is the first time that I ever speak publicly about what happened to me. I never thought that I would find myself here. The only reason that I am here is because it feels like the people who matter in this country finally care about what we have to say. As an immigrant from Brazil, I feel empowered knowing that the little girl struggling to get by at 14 and 15 years old finally has a voice. For the first time, I feel like I matter as an American. I was only 14 years old when I met Jeffrey. It was the summer of high school. I was working 3 jobs to try to support my mom and my sister when a friend of mine in the neighborhood told me that I could make $300 to give an older guy a massage. It went from a dream job to the worst nightmare. Jeffrey assistant Leslie Groff would call me and tell me that I needed to be at the house so often that I ended up dropping out of high school before 9th grade. And I never went back. From 14 to 17 years old, I went and worked for Jeffrey instead of receiving an education. Every day I hoped that he would offer me a real job as one of his assistants or something important. I would finally have made it big, as like we say, the American dream. That day never came. I had no way out. I was, until he finally told me that I was too old. There are many pieces of my story that I can't remember, no matter how hard I try. The constant state of wonder causes me so much fear and so much confusion. My therapist says that my brain is just trying to protect itself, but it's so hard to begin to heal knowing that there are people out there who know more about my abuse than I do. The worst part is that the government is still in possession right now of the documents and information about that could help me remember and get over all of this maybe and help me heal. They have documents with my name on them that were confiscated from Jeffrey Epstein's house and could help me put the pieces of my own life back together. But I don't have any of it. And I know the same is true for many of these women. We are here to support this bill today, not only for transparency, but for the American people. But if the government is going to release these documents to the public, describing the crimes committed by Jeffrey Epstein and others, the least that they can do is give me my documents that they have about me. The other survivors deserve the same respect from our government. While our identifying information must be redacted to the public, it is equally important to provide the victims themselves with unredacted information. I will never forget when the FBI agent showed up in my door in 2008. Jeffrey Epstein hired a lawyer to represent me, or more like to represent him, I'd like to say. I couldn't ask any questions, and I had no idea what was going on. I was terrified. Until today, I think most of us are still terrified. I thought somebody was going to kill me. I thought something was going to happen to my sister and my mother. It went further out to even maybe thinking something would happen in Brazil with my family. And then one day, the lawyer said that everything was just going to go away. Like nothing happened. I didn't need to testify. When I asked him why, he gave no explanation. That was it. So why? Why was I never called to testify then? We could have saved so many women. We could have saved so many lives from being abused. Why did he get away with it in 2008? Why was he able to go on in the abuse with hundreds of girls after the Ford investigation? Why didn't they let me testify to help stop him? Our government could have saved so many women, but Jeffrey Epstein was too important and those women didn't matter. Why? Well, we matter now. We are here today, and we are speaking, and we are not going to stop speaking. Today, I stand here with the women who have really helped me to find the strength to come out and come forward to share my story for the very first time. Together, we are stronger than ever. While she may not be with us, Virginia Roberts, we will continue to use our voices to strengthen yours always. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Courtney Wild. I just wanted to take a second and just have a moment of silence for all the women survivors that aren't here with us today, that passed away due to anxiety, depression, trying to keep up with this case. A moment of silence, please. Thank you. My name is Courtney Wild. I was only 14 years old when I was introduced to Jeffrey Epstein by a 13-year-old friend of mine. The details of the abuse that he inflicted on me for years is not important today. In 2028, I was cooperating with the federal government in the investigation of Jeffrey Epstein. They sent me a letter telling me to be patient because this was going to be a lengthy investigation, but at the same time, they refused to talk to me and tell me what was going on. So I hired an attorney, Brad Edwards, because I was hopeful to get some answers. When I walked into his office at 19 years old, Brad sued the government for refusing to tell me what was going on under the Crime Victims' Rights Act. The only reason anyone ever found out that the government had already given Jeffrey Epstein immunity through the non-prosecution agreement was because our lawsuit forced the government to tell us. Otherwise, nobody would even know that today. Sometimes it's hard to believe that I had to sue the United States just to learn that my abuser was given immunity. I started as Jane Doe, but I decided I was proud enough to take on our country, and I was on the right side of history. We fought the government for 10 years to prove that the government violated our rights as crime victims and the crime victims' rights in order to protect a pedophile. We had to win the 11th Circuit Court Appeals to force the government to turn over thousands of pages of emails between Jeffrey Epstein and the government. Those emails provided the proof that the government worked very hard with Jeffrey Epstein to violate our rights. Why? Why did the government work so hard to protect Jeffrey and not so hard to protect me and my other innocent friends? Why was Jeffrey so important to the government, and why was I so insignificant? Why did nobody but our lawyers care before now? It seems people have only started to care because of Twitter and politics. But I would like to say this has nothing to do with politics. This is not a blue thing or a red thing. This is an everyone thing. We can all agree on this. With the injustice that has happened here, multiple, over and over. Everybody that talks about this just seems to make it worse. We need transparency. It's time for us to see beyond the curtain. Why was Jeffrey Epstein so protected? Who is still being protected? And who protected them all, so the world can understand how Jeffrey was able to abuse so many of us for so long. I was lucky to have Brad Edwards, Brittany Henderson, and Paul Cassell take on my case pro bono and fight fearlessly over 20 years' time. I would like to thank them, and I'd also like to ask the Trump administration to please sign off on the Crime Victims' Rights Reformed Act, the Courtney Wild Crime Victims' Rights Reformed Act that's we're trying to get past here so we can close the loopholes in the CVRA case that Epstein's attorney used to their benefit to get away with this. Thank you so much.
Good morning. First and foremost, we want to extend our deepest gratitude to Brad and Brittany Edwards, Congressman Massey and Kana, and above all, the brave survivors who have entrusted us with the privilege of speaking today on behalf of Virginia. Robert Giuffre, as her family. We are here today because we support H.Res.581, the Epstein Files Transparency Act, in its entirety. But as much as this bill is about shining a light on truth, it's not just about the bill. This is about justice. This is about survivors. This is about justice against the rich and powerful who have stolen something from these women and many children at the time, their freedom. The freedom to live their life without mental and physical scars that have been inflicted upon them by those who thought they were untouchable. The same freedom that these monsters took from these survivors, they should never be afforded. They should never be allowed to continue their lives with impunity. Let's be clear, this is not a political issue. This is not about left or right. This is about humanity. This is about doing what's right. And this is about ensuring that the future we leave behind isn't one where the powerful can hide behind their wealth, their influence, and their money to evade justice. Our plea to you, whether you're a dad, a mom, a brother, or a sister, look your young ones in the face, look them in the eye, and tell them you didn't stand against the very people who raped, molested, and preyed upon children and young women. Tell them you were willing to negotiate a deal. Money should never be what makes something right or wrong. If you vote no, your stance will be clear. You will be choosing to stand on the side of the rich and powerful, allowing money to buy your way out of the consequence. But here's my one ask. Look these survivors in the eye and tell them why. Then, look the people of the United States in the eye and tell them why. And then, when you're alone, look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself why. Virginia said it best, and I quote, "I have physical and mental scars that will never heal. I have memories that will never go away. They say time can heal, but this won't. Not until the justice system makes an example out of these people with so-called privileges. I just call it money. The only time I can begin to heal is when their freedom is taken from them, just like they did to me and literally thousands of other victims. The survivors of this horrific abuse are watching. The American people are watching. And history is watching. Which side will you be on?" Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jenna Lisa Jones, and I was only 14 years old when my friend brought me over to Jeffrey Epstein's house in Palm Beach in 2003. I had a terrible home life, but I was such an innocent kid then. I always did my best in school, and I had such a positive outlook on life. Until that day that I met Jeffrey, I have never been more scared in my life than I was that first time that he hurt me. I remember crying the entire way home, thinking about how I couldn't ever tell anyone about what actually happened in that house. This guy was so rich and had so many pictures with so many famous people, and no one would have ever believed me if I told them. I want to thank Congressman Rowe and Congressman Thomas Massey for having me here today. It was really hard for me to find my voice and to become strong enough to speak about my abuse.
I didn't come forward until 2019, and even then it was like I was afraid of a ghost. I know that I was just a little kid, but sometimes I still feel like it is my fault that this happened. Being given the opportunity to speak at the United States Capitol building about something that is so important, not just to me and the women before you, but to the entire country. Together, we can finally make a change. And that is thanks to the people like these two congressmen and their teams who actually care about the victims. If you are a member of Congress and you are listening to all of us speak here today, please really listen to us. Please vote for this bill to be passed. Please recognize how important it is for transparency relating to Jeffrey Epstein. Whether you are a Democrat or a Republican, this does not matter. This is not about sides. You are an American and you are a person who has chosen to serve in an elected position to stand up for those you represent who cannot always stand up for themselves. We are those people. We are the American.
Awesome.
Credit can feel like a test you didn't study for. You've got this. Self can help.
Great.
We are those people.
Sorry.
We are the Americans that you promised a 20-year-old male if I wanted to give an old rich guy a massage. But what high school girl would not want to do that? That day changed my life. But what high school girl would not want to do that? That day changed my life forever. And when I got into the massage room, Jeffrey Epstein undressed and asked me to do things to him. My eyes welled up with tears, and I have never been more scared in my life. When it was over, he paid me $200 and requested in exchange that I bring a girl each time to make another $200. I told him I did not want to do that, and then he gave me an ultimatum. Either you come here and massage me when I call you, or you bring me friends of yours to massage, and I will give you $200 per girl for each time she comes. I felt and hoped to never hear from him again, but he called me every day. He was so wealthy and powerful, and he would not let me go. I felt I had no choice. If I disobeyed him, I knew something bad would happen. So knowing I did not want to be sexually abused, I started to bring him other girls from my high school, and he paid me $200 for bringing them. I just hoped each time it would be the last time. One day, the stepmom of one of the girls brought him and called the police on Jeffrey Epstein. The police then called me in for questioning. I had told them the truth despite the fact that I was a teenager and a minor, and I was able to tell the police the names of all the other victims. The police treated me like a criminal. I had, by this time, had turned 18. I had been with Jeffrey since I was 16 and for 2 years. So they had told me so they told me I was going to be arrested. My name was then distributed to the press as a co-conspirator of my abuser, who I detested. My entire world was crashing in around me, and I started being threatened and bullied, till this day still receiving death threats. I was singled out and for many years had to suffer a smear campaign of lies about me because of the way that I was portrayed by the press. The press made me out to be a predator when I was just a 16-year-old little girl who was sexually abused by a powerful man and an evil man. For years, I had no friends. My boyfriend was murdered, and there was nowhere to turn. The government, after investigating more, learned that I was true a victim, but the damage was done and it was too late. There was no way to undo the harm the press had caused me. In 2019, I met Brad Edwards and Brittany Henderson. They changed my life and they believed in me and have helped me to finally heal. Healing is a process, and I may never get there. But the passage of this bill requiring the government to produce all the evidence that it has gathered on Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell
is a huge component of healing for me and for the many other women who have suffered for so long. For many reasons. First, we and the rest of the world need answers. Why was he so protected? And why didn't anyone ever care to stop him? It doesn't take a brain surgeon to know that if he is spending thousands of dollars a day paying high school girls he abuses and other access to and had a lot of access to cash. I learned through my attorneys in the JP Morgan class action case that there were years when his staff withdrew over $1 million in cash a year. Was that not a big enough red flag? There were wire transfers to other victims, and the government did not protect us. The banks did not protect us. So lift the curtain on these files and be transparent. Every single time a new conspiracy gets circulated in the media, whether he is still alive, what powerful person had him murdered, who was on the Epstein client list, and there are names going around on TikTok and Instagram, we, the survivors, are suffering severely. We take our kids to school and everyone is talking about it. We can't read the news or do anything without hearing crazy stories that are only able to live on because the government continues to hide the evidence and the truth. So people just make up stories. Those stories hurt. They hurt real people who have already been hurt. And we have lost so many Epstein victims to suicide, and maintaining the real truth in secrecy only allows for conspiracy theorists to tell lies that drives up our anxiety and fears and will continue to lead to more pain, more suffering, and honestly, more deaths of innocent victims. It's time you do is right by us. Unseal all the documents. We are requesting transparency, and I am requesting every congressman and woman that goes against this bill be outed. I want to know.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah. If you vote against it, you're in the fucking files, in my opinion.
Hi there, my name is Lisa Phillips, and I'm the host of a award-nominated podcast called From Now On, a platform
From Now On.
supporting survivors. I want to thank all of my survivor sisters who came before me today. I'll be very short. In the year 2000, I was taken to Jeffrey Epstein's island while on a photo shoot on a nearby island. Who I saw and what I experienced there was a glimpse into a very dark and disturbing world. For years after, I tried to avoid Jeffrey, but he had introduced me to Katie Ford, the owner of the Ford modeling agency. Epstein's reach went to the very top
Katie
of fashion,
Ford.
arts, and entertainment. This did not just happen to underage girls in Florida. In New York City, hundreds of young, ambitious women were abused by him. Epstein was not just a serial predator, he was an international human trafficker. And many around him knew, many participated, and many profited. And yet, he was protected. So I stand here today for every woman who has been silenced, exploited, and dismissed. We are not asking for pity. We are here demanding accountability, and I'm demanding justice.
Fuck yes.
Congress must choose. Will you continue to protect predators, or will you finally protect survivors?
That part.
And also, I would like to announce here today, us Epstein survivors have been discussing creating our own list. We know the names. Many of us were abused by them. Now together as survivors, we will confidentially file the names we all know. Who were regularly in the Epstein world.
Let's fucking
It will be
go.
done by survivors and for survivors. No one else is involved. Stay tuned for more details.
They're coming up with their own list. Oh, fuck. Make a list. Make a list.
Hello, my name is Shantae
Ooh.
Davis, and I'm here before you today as a survivor of decades of pain, the trauma, and betrayal at the hands of Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein, and the people who enabled them, and a government that for far too long refused to help. In 2002, I was living in California, a young woman with high aspirations of becoming an actress. I was already beginning to make a name for myself in the industry. A person I trusted, someone I thought was a friend, invited me to meet a powerful woman who could help advance my career. That woman happened to be Ghislaine Maxwell. I was asked to give her a massage, though I had almost no experience, and when I did, she praised me and promised introductions to someone enormously powerful, someone who could change the course of my life, and that man was Jeffrey Epstein. At first, I was an excited young woman on top of the world. Epstein flew me to his private island. He listened to my dreams, promised to help, but his promises came with a catch. The abuse began. He told me to keep it secret. He manipulated me with quid pro quo I did not consent to, but I felt I had no one to turn to. He was too powerful. I was just one of the many young women trapped in his orbit. I was even taken on a trip to Africa with former President Bill Clinton and other notable figures. In those moments, I realized how powerless I was. If I spoke out,
Went
who
with
would believe
Clinton?
me? Who would protect
Arrest
me?
him.
Epstein himself was the most powerful leader of our country. Epstein surrounded himself, with the most powerful leaders of our country and the world. He abused not only me, but countless others, and everyone seemed to look away.
Name drop.
The truth is, Epstein had a free pass. He bragged about his powerful friends, including our current president, Donald Trump. It was his biggest brag, actually. And what I endured will haunt me
Trump's on the
forever.
fucking list, y'all.
I live every day with PTSD. I live as a mother trying to raise my child while distrusting a world that has betrayed me. This kind of trauma never leaves you. It breaks families
Trump
apart.
and Clinton.
It shapes the
Lock
way we see everyone
them
around us.
up.
But one thing is certain. Unless we learn from this history, monsters like Epstein will rise again. There are files, government files, that hold the truth about Epstein, who he knew, who owed him, who protected him, and why he was allowed to operate for so long without consequence.
Wow.
Why was Maxwell the only one held accountable when so many others played a role? Why does the government hide this information from the public? This secrecy is not protection, it's complicity. And as long as the truth is buried, justice will remain out of reach.
We're on YouTube too.
That is why this bill matters. Passing it will, bless you, ensure that the suffering of survivors is not in vain. Passing
Yeah, we
it
knew
will bring
Trump was in it.
accountability, transparency, and prevention. It will help protect the next generation of predators who seek to place themselves above the law through wealth, influence, and connections. This is not just my story. It is about every survivor who carries invisible scars. It's about the weight we live with daily. It is about the families broken and the futures stolen. So I ask you, President Trump and members of Congress, why do we continue to cover up sexual abuse and assault? Who are we covering for? Let the public know the truth. We cannot heal without justice. We cannot protect the future if we refuse to confront the past. Thank you.
I'm trying to not overtalk these people talking. Their voice is much
give
more
a round
important.
of applause for all the courage and strength that the survivors have shown.
Thank you all for watching.
We now will take a few questions. You can always get Congressman Massey, me, or Congresswoman Green in the hallways and other
Green,
places. If
get
you
the
have
fuck
questions
outta
for
here.
us, that's fine. But I wanted
You
to keep first a few
stupid
questions
three-toed
for,
sloth. Get the fuck
lawyers
outta
and the
here.
Survivors, and Brad will
Look at you just waiting to be
facilitate any of
picked.
the
Look at her
questions
waiting to
for
be
the
picked on the
survivors.
fucking... Get the fuck out of here, MGT.
This question would be for the survivors. The president has said that this Epstein issue is a hoax, is the word that he used. Can we get your reactions to what you think when you hear him say that?
I'll answer that. Mr. President Donald J. Trump, I am a registered Republican, not that that matters because this is not political. However, I cordially invite you to the Capitol to meet me in person so you can understand this is not a hoax. We are real human beings. This is real trauma.
What does it feel like emotionally to hear?
It's being gutted from the inside out. Not that I would know what that feels like, but I imagine it's the anxiety buildup with the depression and the survival mode, and then your nervous system goes limp and ironically is shot, and it feels like you just want to explode inside because nobody again is understanding that this is a real situation. These women are real. We're here in person. To say that it's a hoax is just not. Please humanize us. I would like Donald J. Trump and every person in America and around the world to humanize us, to see us for who we are and to hear us for what we have to say.
Yeah.
There is no hoax. The abuse was real. Now, what goes on behind closed doors, I can't speak for that. What happens around the world politically, I cannot speak for that. But I am here with all of these women, including our attorneys, and I would be more than happy to meet with him, and I will meet him halfway.
Yep.
Victims could respond to the news from recently about Ghislaine Maxwell being transferred to a lower security prison in the aftermath of speaking to Todd Ryan. You want that one?
About her transfer.
About transferring to a lower max prison.
We were horrified to learn that she had been transferred to a prison camp. She is someone who was found guilty by a jury of sex trafficking. She not only, we often hear that she procured women for Jeffrey, which I think is a very sort of polite and minimizing term. She also participated in abuse. She was a major architect of the scheme. And the fact that she has painted herself as a victim, I think is disgusting, and it was horrifying, I think, to us that we were not told about her prison transfer. We found out about it in the news. 1 minute, I think.
So, Anushka DeGiorgio, I testified alongside Annie at the trial of Ghislaine Maxwell. I was horrified when I found out not only had Ghislaine Maxwell been transferred to what's called a low security. It really is like a holiday camp. And then afterwards, I got a notification from the Department of Justice telling me that this was going to happen, when it had already happened. This woman abused children. I was abused by Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell for over 10 years. Ghislaine Maxwell was present for some of my abuse at the hand of Jeffrey Epstein. She was present, she was complicit, she was enabling, and it is appalling and disgusting. And it's one of my worst nightmares that she not only be transferred, but the possibility that's very much going around that she might be pardoned. This is not okay, guys. This is not okay.
And I just want to add that I think it sends a very dangerous message to our country, to the young people in our country, that someone that we all know is aware of these crimes could be given a pass.
And just for the last one, the last survivor who just spoke, the last survivor who just spoke, she said that Epstein would brag about her relationship with Donald Trump. Could you please elaborate about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did say that.
I think it's planned now. I think the airplanes are planned now.
Palm Beach residence. I drove there from the airport with Ghislaine Maxwell, and Jeffrey and Ghislaine were always very boastful about their friends, their famous or powerful friends, and his biggest brag forever was that he was very good friends with Donald Trump. He had an 8x10 framed picture of him on his desk with the two of them. Like, they were very close.
Go ahead. One second.
For this virus that you ladies are putting together, you said it would be confidential, but will the public, would you clarify, will the public get to see that?
So Lisa, what's your envision here?
We're reaching out to survivors that are scared.
So come on.
We're reaching out to survivors that are scared to come forward and that also know who they were trafficked to. So that's the list that we're compiling. We're not quite sure, how we're going to release that, or even if we're going to. The Department of Justice needs to release the list.
Right,
Yep.
for folks at home, they might be confused. The survivors know the names. You've seen these powerful people. Why can't you say the names? Could you just explain for folks?
Why do we have to say the names when the government knows the names? And we're also scared to do so. Look what's happened to so many of the survivors that have revealed names.
I find the question about the bill.
I think it's also worth saying that having represented, I think, between our firm and Boyce Schiller, hundreds of victims, and we've talked to them about the various people that they were farmed out to. So we've created somewhat of a list. Most of these individuals, the victims, are very scared to say these names because they could get sued, they're going to get attacked, and nobody protected them the first time. And that was against one person.
Yeah.
So is there a list? There is a list, but just to dispel kind of the common theme here, every one of these women was abused by Jeffrey Epstein, and his scheme was to personally abuse women. When they reached a certain age, he did farm a section of them, some of them, out to some of his friends. That doesn't mean all of his friends. With that said, I'm more than happy to assist in helping create the list behind the scenes and see what we do with it.
Woo! Let's go.
Go ahead.
Hold on. I think if someone's interested in prosecuting, they may have something different to say about sharing a list, but they're not sharing a list for nothing to happen.
Right.
And that's the experience that they've had for all of these years.
Right. Yeah.
We're waiting to see the fate of this discharge petition right now as we're here. The speaker and others have said that the people he met with yesterday had concerns about your names being released if this bill were passed. And some people I talked to today are not signing the discharge petition because they say you don't want them to. Can you clarify if that is accurate?
Do any of the survivors here not want the bill to pass?
First of all, our legislation, Ro Khanna and I went through this, we talked about this, and we were very careful to make sure that there is an exception so that personally identifiable information, not just their names, but anything they could be identified by, would not be disclosed.
And can you speak to that as survivors yourself?
I think all of them are on the same page, that they want everything released. Yes, they unequivocally redact personally identifying information and release everything else. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, sure.
Marina, you have stayed silent for so many years. Today, this is the first time you're going to take record. You have never before gone public with this and to share this. Can you help us understand why today, why now, and why here?
Well, it is not okay for us to be silenced, and it's not okay for Jeffrey Epstein and everybody else to be put on a pedestal. I think everybody needs to hear from us because we know what went on, right? And there is not only me who's been silenced, there are hundreds of women that are silenced. My hope is to stop this abuse for the future, right? For people that are coming up, for women. My daughter, for example, these women have daughters. They most definitely don't want that anymore. And I think mainly this is therapy for all of us too. You know, we want to be heard. Nobody also has never asked me to speak. That's also another thing. So I can say for all of us here, we are here. We want this bill to pass. It is very important. Okay, and we need transparency. We are tired of looking at the news and seeing Jeffrey Epstein's name and saying that this is a hoax. We are tired of it. We are done. We're not going to be silenced, and I hope that my voice will bring other survivors and other victims to come along and speak up so that we can be more of a stronger voice and louder.
And so what is your message to President Trump on this?
Listen, I don't want to send a direct message to him. I'm already scared enough. Yeah, just pass the vote, listen to us. This is not a hoax. Like, it's not gonna go away. And like I said on my speech earlier, we're not gonna be silenced anymore. We will be speaking, moving forward, wherever we need to be. We will be, and we need to pass this.
Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Don't comment. Stay away from that. For years we've heard that there's Epstein client list or some kind of list, and now we hear from DOJ that there's no list. But from victims, what do you guys think? I know you're working on your own list, but do you believe that Jeffrey Epstein had a list?
Yeah. So there's not a list. Yeah. So here's what it was. Just like you heard everybody today, Jeffrey Epstein created through an organization that of enablers, of people that were on his payroll. It was a complicated scheme where others should still be investigated because they helped to enable him and operate this scheme. Without those people, he could not have done this. But the purpose was for him to personally abuse people. With that being said, certain of his friends, he farmed out certain of the women that he was exploiting too. But that wasn't the primary purpose of that scheme, and I don't think he wrote the names of those people down. There's not a list of, hey, here's all of the people that I sent females to. That's just not how that organization works. Agreed?
Is there no evidence that Jeffrey Epstein was involved with or tied to the CIA or a foreign intelligence operation?
I think that the safest thing for me to say is all files should come out, whether it is for with the CIA, FinCEN, SEC, FBI. I'm not just making these up haphazardly. I'm giving you a roadmap where to look. Go ahead. I'll go first and then I'll let them, they're much more important to me, but I don't understand why it's a hostile act. I can tell you that I talked to President Trump back in 2009, and several times after that, he didn't think that it was a hoax then. In fact, he helped me, he got on the phone, he told me things that were helping our investigation. Now, our investigation wasn't looking into him, but he was helping us then. He didn't treat this as a hoax. So at this point in time, I would hope that he would revert back to what he was saying to get elected, which is, I want transparency. This about face that occurred, none of us understand it. In fact, issue that's even up for debate. How do you not stand behind these women after you've heard their stories and know that hundreds of them were abused, and it was only because files are being kept in secrecy? The world should know who he is, who protected him, and the other people that are out there to be investigated need to be investigated.
Sir,
go ahead.
Are there any people who are currently serving in government who are named, who you know of, are in these files, who you had relations with, anything of that sort, who Jeffrey Epstein connected you with? Are you willing to say yes or no?
I don't think I can answer that. Sorry.
Hi, Anushka DiGiorgio. I have been threatened. I was threatened by phone. My daughter was threatened when I was volunteering to participate in, by means of being a witness in a civil lawsuit that Virginia Giuffre was bringing against Ghislaine Maxwell. I have been followed. I have been stalked. I have been followed not only by journalists, but by people who do not get out of the car and do not try and talk to me and just drive behind me as I drive my daughter to school. So the fear is very real for us. I have also been in multiple situations with both Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell where they have been direct and indirect about implying and saying that if I was to talk, if I was to bring any kind of trouble, then there would be severe consequence, including death.
Just to add to that, Maxwell also threatened my sister Maria Farmer. When the FBI did nothing about her initial report, she reported individually at that time, and then in 2002 we spoke to a reporter at Vanity Fair telling our stories, fearful that perhaps other people were being harmed. We believed that was going to make a difference. We believed that would be put in print, and that story was crushed, and it was because of their power. And the message that we got from that was direct threats from Maxwell to my sister about her well-being and her safety and that of our family. So I think many people have similar stories of threats. That has been a very real part of this case.
Go ahead, over here.
I just want to say, one thing that's very clear, when people say, please share names, there are names that are very well known, like that of Les Wexner, who everyone knows supplied an enormous amount of Epstein's financial wealth and allowed this operation to happen. So it's, I think, confusing to many of us why there have not been more ramifications for him, and he's been seen as a victim when clearly I believe there's more to it.
Yeah.
So, you represented Virginia Roberts for 3 years. She eventually had to recant the allegations that she made against Alan Dershowitz. She alleged that on these 6 interviews.
All right, next question.
Next question.
Thank you.
Who's next?
Why is it that she should be removed?
Yeah, no, we're not answering your question. Anybody else?
How did the victims feel about the interview that was given to Ghislaine Maxwell by Todd Glenn? Why are you going to answer the question?
Okay, ma'am, I think that you had a question.
When you
talked in the past on when you've talked in the past on MSNBC about the existence of the Epstein birthday book, have you yourself in the course of litigation seen it?
I don't know that we're able to reveal what we've seen and what we have not seen by way of protective order, but my point being in that circumstance was, if anybody wants answers, there's an easy place to get it. I told you where to get it. I said, the estate of Jeffrey Epstein has it, serve a subpoena on them, they'll turn it over, and if we had served a subpoena on them in the past, they would have turned it over and we would have seen it, which I don't usually miss subpoenas like that, so there we go. Go ahead.
Just say one thing on that. You know, to your question about the allegations, there's a simple answer. Release the files. Let the American public decide. Instead of harassing, I gave you your say. Look.
Oh, fuck you, reporter. What a fucking piece of shit. Shut the fuck up, reporter. What a piece of shit.
You've been heard.
Oh, shut the fuck
You've
up.
been heard. And even Alan Dershowitz said,
Shut the fuck up.
Says release the files. Release the files. That is the answer, and that's what we're here for.
Release the files. Release the files. Release the fucking files. Shut your ass up and release the goddamn files. Shit. Loud, sorry.
Can you elaborate on your interactions with Donald Trump back in 2009? And for any of the victims, they didn't ever see the president, well then not president yet, but they ever see Trump with Epstein in any way?
I don't know who's. I don't think that we can answer that question. Did anybody see Trump with Epstein back then? This is really not a political thing. We want the passage of the bill, and this is not to call out President Trump. My point was that he was friendly back then, did not think that it was a hoax, and was trying to help. And now it seems like all of a sudden somebody's in his ear and he's not. So I'm hoping he'll come back to where he was back in 2009, be on the side of the victims and stand with us.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Teresa will step up.
I would, Teresa J. Home. Happy to speak on that because what I will say is she got this airtime and platform. Her voice was elevated way before our voices were elevated here today. And that same calm, manipulative voice that she had so polite there that day with Todd Blanche was the same polite, coercive, manipulative voice that I heard as she was grooming me to then send me off to the home of Jeffrey Epstein where he would assault me. So that's what she was doing for hours, speaking with me, building relationship with me, building trust with me, allowing me to believe that I was going to get this job, a dream job that I had been recruited from my college, flown across the country from Los Angeles to New York City to interview, so I thought. So her voice that day was the same voice that sent me off to a monster. So nothing can be believed from what she says because she's been charged with perjury. I myself could sit there and listen, and as I did, I sat there and listened to this woman's voice lie. And there was no pushback from Todd Blanche because does he even have the facts to be able to push back on her? We could sit there and push back. Why didn't we get to attend that? Why weren't we there that day? Or why wasn't even one of us consulted prior to that day in that meeting? And why on earth has she been moved from Florida to it basically is prison spa. I mean, let's be real. None of us were consulted. I found out, just like everyone here found out, through the media, through all of you. We found out about Gielin's transfer. So I'm very angry to sit there and listen. The feelings that come up listening to this woman's voice is repulsive. Yes, I would say it's triggering. We all work very hard on healing, and it still gets to us after 2 decades. It's a very long answer, but it's repulsive to sit there and listen to her voice in her interview.
Can we take two more questions? One over here.
My reporting in Vanity Fair directly led to a $100 million payment from JP Morgan to the Virgin Islands. Will you go after the DOJ, the FBI, because they're sitting on evidence? I've held the evidence in my hands. Speak to that.
I think that there's nobody that's immune from us going after them if there's a legitimate action to take. So to the extent that evidence exists, then show it to us and we'll help in every way we can. We stand with the victims. Okay. One more.
Can the survivors speak to speaking of being threatened and being afraid to come forward with a story to the case of Katie Johnson, who alleged that Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein?
I don't think we can talk about. I don't think we can talk about that case. I do think it's worth saying, though, despite the comments that he made, Virginia Roberts Giuffre is an American hero. She is somebody without whom we would not be able to have this voice. She was the one who had courage to name names, speak out against people, and she was standing up against everybody at one time with an enormous amount of pressure.
And most of these women are here because of Virginia Roberts Giuffre.
All right, last one. Clearly not us. I don't think that anybody knows, but I can tell you that in the oversight committee meeting yesterday, they indicated that they were all for transparency, releasing the files, and asked us to hold them accountable. Is that right?
Yeah.
They said hold them accountable. We intend to hold them accountable. We're going to show them where to go with it, and as long as they're doing their job, they should. I'm going to turn it back over to Rokon. Thank you.
Let me just say this. Let me say this. I think the people back who are testifying here today or speaking up today, they are American heroes. Let's give them another round of applause. And you say, look, Thomas, Marjorie, and I, we're huge believers in the First Amendment, and we believe in free speech.
Marjorie Taylor Greene believes in.
But you see why it's so hard to do what they have done.
What?
Because they come forward and you subject yourself to national scrutiny and national questioning. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart how appreciative I am and how proud I am of what you've done today. You made a big difference. Before I bring on Marjorie and then Thomas will have the last word, I want to summarize
I can't listen to Marge.
things that I heard from the survivors.
I'm not going to be
First,
listening to Marge.
They want to know why our
Just a heads up.
government covered up for someone rich and powerful. Why is it that we have two Americas? People say, why do you need to release the Epstein files if Epstein is dead and Maxwell's in jail? Because we don't know who all was involved in the cover-up. Why are there rich and powerful people who didn't have justice? They want to know that. Second, many said it's important for their own closure. They don't know their own abuse. They want to understand what's in these files for themselves. And third, we heard that there are many others who obviously were involved. And they want to know, and the American people deserve to know what was there in those files. I actually think they're helping us come together as a country. I've never done a press conference with Marjorie Taylor Greene before. I've done some with Thomas, but look, this country is divided and exhausted. This is one thing that we can come together on. Yeah. And I was very clear with Thomas. This is not against President Trump. I would like nothing more than a Truth Social post for him after this press conference saying just release the files.
Yeah.
Be with Masih Khan. This is about something much deeper. It is about bringing this country together to stand for America's kids, to restore trust, and to move this country forward. So thank you to the survivors for helping us do that. Now I want to introduce Marjorie Taylor Greene. Thank you.
For everyone watching at home, I think it's important to put yourself in these women's shoes. As you're questioning, why can't they just name the names? What you don't realize is they just told their stories of being raped and being abused, being victimized, being manipulated, being coerced, and basically held in a prison of captivity of sexual abuse while they were young teenagers and extremely young, vulnerable women. And in Jeffrey Epstein's home and the places they went with him, they saw the most powerful people in the world in his pictures, and they saw him with those people. Can you imagine how terrifying it would be to name names like that? These are some of the richest, most
Donald
powerful
Trump.
people in the world that could sue these
Elon
women
Musk.
into poverty and homelessness.
Bill Clinton.
Yeah, it's a scary thing to name names, but I will tell you, I'm not afraid to name names.
Not afraid to name
So if
names?
they
Do
wanna
it.
Give me a list. I will walk in that Capitol on the House floor, and I'll say every damn name that abused these women. I can do that for them.
Yeah?
I'd be proud to do it. Now,
Now
another
fucking
thing,
do it.
This is not about politics. And this is a boiling point in American history where the American people, just like Roe just said, there's become two Americas. There's the America for the
Shut
rich
your
and
ass up.
powerful
What the
and
fuck you
elite,
talking
where
about?
They never face any struggles.
Shut
or
your ass
problems
up.
And never
Fucking pipe bomber. Shut the fuck up.
What real America goes through.
You stupid filth.
And then there's
Ooh.
forgotten America that faces all the problems and deals with all the issues and never gets justice for being sexually assaulted and raped by a monster. It shouldn't exist anymore, and people are sick of it. So let's recognize the fact that the administration before and the one before it and the one before it and the one before it and before it never did anything about this. So this isn't one political party or the other. It's a culmination of everyone worked together to silence these women and protect Jeffrey Epstein and his cabal. And this is not just rich, powerful people. Think his drivers, his maids, his chefs, all the people, people that worked in his home, security guards. I heard one story from a young woman that was being raped by Jeffrey Epstein when he was out on work release while he was serving time in prison and had an ankle monitor on his leg. Guess what? There was a police officer outside that door. So this list of names is quite a list of names, and it doesn't extend just in the rich, powerful circles. It extends down.
Okay. I can't fucking listen to Three Toed Sloth anymore. Are y'all gonna be mad if I cut it here?
In similar circumstances, and they're terrified.
Y'all gonna be mad if I cut it here?
to name the names of the people that are currently abusing them. And so, with these brave, courageous women fighting this fight, this is a fight for women and children and any person that is facing sexual abuse and rape and captivity and human trafficking right now. And so, here's what I ask you in the press. Don't go for salacious headlines. Go for the truth and defend these women and help those of us in Congress that are crossing our political party lines for doing the right thing and trying to do it together. And thank you, Roe, and thank you, Thomas. And now I recognize Thomas Massey.
Ooh, did y'all see that switch? Look at that switch.
Well, there's three branches of government, and we're supposed to keep each other accountable. And that's what we're doing here today in the People's House. We're standing in front of the People's House with real people, not a hoax. And they've told their story.
Okay, I'm calling it. Okay. Well. Thank you. Whoa. Big Mims, hang on. Hello. Well, thank y'all for watching. I can't fucking stand her. She's an accessory after the fact, yeah. I can't fucking stand her. Yeah, it's not about politics and goes off on a politics ramp. She's a stupid fucking, yeah, I can't say that word on TikTok. Gee, Scott, what up, what up, what up? Yeah, now for the mansplaining. Y'all hit that follow button over here and go on over to the YouTube side and go follow me over there. I'm going to get shit canned on here when they update the TOS terms of service. I'm going to be done. I'm calling it now. I think my account is going to be literally locked down, maybe even banned fully. So, y'all follow me over on YouTube. If you see me stopping, or if you don't see me anymore, my account is gone. So, I'm tired of listening to the person speaking. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for watching and hanging out with me. Release the list. Release the list. Y'all hit that follow button. Go follow me over on YouTube. I'm gonna hang out with YouTube for a minute. So much love, TikTok. I love y'all. Please go follow me on YouTube. You can go over there and type in MIMS, M-I-M-S, and then hit that little icon underneath that says live, and it'll show you all the people that are live with MIMS on it, and I'm the only one that's live right now. So much love. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, East Coast, North Kakalaki time. I love y'all. Y'all have a fantastic day, and I'll be on YouTube for just a little longer, but so much love. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a good one. Bye, everybody. Release the list. Ooh. I got some stages in a journey, apparently. I don't know what that means, but thank y'all for watching here on YouTube. It's so much more free over here. It's so much more free over here. If you're still MAGA, and we're this late in 2025, you need to be held accountable too. And your mommy and your daddy raised you to be a shit human. I said what I said. If you still support Donald Trump in this day and age in 2025, I think you're a piece of shit human, and you are what is wrong with America. Your mommy and daddy haven't explained to you how to get out of the colonizer mindset, and yet here the fuck we are. You're still out here voting for a pedophile, a bigot, a racist, misogynist piece of shit. I was just doing my job is not going to cut it when the courts have at you. Just saying. Your time is coming. I love y'all so much. Y'all have a fantastic rest of the day. Stay strong. Take some time. Go hydrate. Go outside. This was a very heavy listening party. So go outside. Enjoy some nature. Grab some grass with your toes, hug some trees, you know, the whole human experience. I love y'all very much. I will see y'all tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be live on YouTube and on TikTok. And yeah, it's a heavy day. I'm happy they're coming up with their own list. They shouldn't fucking have to. They already have a list. It is our government's job to release the list. It's our government's job to follow the will of its people, us. We did not get formed under the government. The government got formed by us. If the government no longer represents its people, it is our responsibility to cast it out and to rebuild it. That's why I took down the American flag when they took away women's rights. I recently put up a North Carolina flag because I'm proud of my state. I like my state. I like the people here. I really think that we all voted for Trump. I don't think that we voted for Trump. I really, really think that we all voted for Harris. We haven't had any goddamn Trump support here. We don't have any fucking MAGA chuds around here anymore. None of them. None of them. Not a single fucking one around me. I used to see Confederate flags and MAGA flags and Trump flags and all this shit. Nothing. Nothing. I've still got one stupid idiot that's got the house full. But they spray paint their car with crazy shit. There's no fucking support here in North Carolina for Donald Trump. There's no support here. None. Maybe not none, but a fuckload less. A fuckload less. You're goddamn right, Ro. You're goddamn right. You let me know, bro, and I'll get my kit and I'll meet you up, man. I'll meet you up, bro. I got your back. I love y'all so much. Stay strong. Hug your loved ones. Take some time. This is a rough fight. Heal yourself in between the battles. Heal your wounds. Tend to your scars. Then come out fighting. Do what you need to do to make yourself best for this fight. And if best for this fight is staying in bed for a week, a month, doesn't matter. Then you do what you need to do. We got this. There's more people out there that love us than those that hate us. I still am a firm believer of that. I don't know how, but we'll be okay. The people will stand together. We will stand against tyranny. We will stand against pedophiles. We will stand against all the people that think they are above the law or superior. And we will tear them down. We need to remake this government not as a 3/5 or 2/5, but in our likeness, with credibility, with understanding, compassion. This has been a crazy ass year, man. Crazy ass year. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Don't forget to hydrate. I'm going to probably pop in the Discord for a little bit. With so much love. Y'all have a fantastic day. Bye, everybody.